Hi, hey everybody, Coach Stacy, Lynn here. I am coming to you live. Yeah, I am. I'm literally live. And I'm here, believe it or not, with my dog. Yep, Grover is here, my old Bubba face. So he's going to sit here with me and we're going to do a live stream. So I hope that you can see me okay. I have my light here. Hopefully that will work. I decided that I would do a live stream today because usually I record videos, but we now have opportunity to interact with you live, and I hope that some of you come in. But if you don't, that's okay. You can watch this replay. All right. So today, one of the things I want to talk about, and by the way, if you are here live, please say hi so I can say hi back. Okay, that's the super cool part about me being live. Okay. Uh, Makes me feel like I'm not talking to myself. All right. So today, what I want to talk about, though, is I want to talk about Perry Stone's unethical use of ministry funds. And you might be going, oh, why don't you just leave Perry Stone alone? I'm not going to leave this cult leader alone because that's what he is. He is a cult leader. He is somebody who has bewitched thousands and thousands of people. And he's somebody who's highly unethical. He's a liar, a scam artist. He's essentially committed adultery. And he's threatened to kill himself because he was busted. Okay. And yet, for some reason, people still follow this guy. But over the last couple of weeks, I have noticed on his website, and I'm going to try to share this. Hopefully, I can do it. Um, yeah, here we go. So I did this on his website. I don't know if you can see me or not, so hopefully you can. I'm not seeing what you're seeing. Okay, there we go. All right. So New England Cruise, just verify in the chat, if you will, that you can see this. So look at this. I want you to see this. Pam's 65th birthday celebration and cruise. That's what this is, okay? This right here. Pam's 65th celebration and cruise. Why is this important? I will tell you why, because Perry Stone is considered a, quote, so-called church. All right. His ministry is. He hides his funds under the guise of being a church. And ministry funds like this that are used to promote self-aggrandizing things like this is completely unethical. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Technically, he's, quote, so-called keeping the letter of the law with this, because he mentions spiritual growth here is what he's doing. So we're going to have a big birthday bash, services with Perry and opportunities galore for delicious food, exciting excursions, spiritual growth. Whoa, there you are right there. But the bottom line is this is completely unethical, completely 100 million% unethical. If you don't believe me, do what I did prior to this. I went over to Perplexity AI. You can go to ChatGPT, wherever, and you can type in. You can say, you know, is it ethical for a ministry leader to use ministry funds to promote a self-aggrandizement party for themselves? And the answer is no. It's not ethical. It's actually highly unethical what they're doing. And I'm going to tell you something. It's extremely unethical because it really has nothing to do with so-called ministry. This thing is being billed as, hey, let's come on a cruise and celebrate Pam's birthday, right? I mean, is there anybody else out there that's like, oh, this is like completely, oh, well, first of all, let me ask you this. Why would you want to go on a cruise to celebrate Pam's birthday if you actually don't know her personally? That's one thing. Seriously, that's a question I have. That's one thing, right? Yeah, and there's a part of me that wonders if he isn't just doing this because of all the scumbaggy stuff he's done by cheating on her and stuff over the years. I don't know. But here's the other problem I see with this. The other problem is Perry Stone has a, quote, so-called church, right? And it's a head of a nonprofit, which is a 501c3 generally speaking, they have a board of directors. So their board of directors approved that, which again should give you a lot of red flags, people, because the board of directors approved it and they're like, oh yeah, and I know people. I'm going to tell you something. Having been in business for myself for a long time, and really ministry, I've been running my nonprofit now for what, 6 years or something like that. And my husband used to have his own business. And I can tell you that when you run a business, and it's just, regardless if it's successful or not, but if you run a business, your goal is to make money. Self-employed people, they want to write off everything that they can, right? So, somebody will say, hey, let's go out to business, and then they'll eat on the company's dime. And they'll say, oh, let's talk about business for 5 minutes. And then they'll go, oh, okay. And then they'll take that $200 ticket or whatever it was, and they'll write it off as a business expense. That happens all the time. In ministry, I mean, I don't think it's ethical doing it in business that way either. But in ministry, that also happens. And that's what this guy is doing. And it's completely wrong. And another thing here I want to show you, I'm going to pull up the page. If I can do that, got to figure out where it went. Oh, yeah, here it is right here. I am going to download that, and then I'm just going to show you this. So bear with me, people. All right, is that it? Yeah, that's it right here. Okay, so hopefully you can see that. I'm going back here. I'm new to this. I am not there. Okay, so you see this? This is the brochure, right? So there is no doubt whatsoever that Perry Stone Ministries is using personal, they're doing this to celebrate a personal birthday. This is their brochure. Hey, join Perry and Pam for Pam's 65th birthday celebration. Right now, my question is why would anybody who doesn't know Pam Stone want to go on a cruise to celebrate her birthday? This is so unethical. But anyway, so this is a 7-night New England cruise on Norwegian Breakaway. Yeah, it is. And here's your itinerary. You're gonna leave from Boston, Massachusetts. By the way, just so you know, Perry lives in Tennessee, like I do. So he will be flying there with her, most likely. I'd be surprised if they drove. I don't know if he owns an airplane or not. Wouldn't surprise me. But they're going to be doing that. Then they're going to be at sea. Then they're going to go over here to Maine. And then they're doing stuff. But what's the cost of this? So this is the cost here. We'll make it bigger so you can see it if you're visually challenged like me. So this is $1,000.99 for your interior cheap stateroom, all the way up to your single studio stateroom, which is basically $1,600. Okay. Now let me just say something else here, because I get so irritated with this stuff. It is not uncommon, and I want to make this clear. It is not uncommon for ministries to do this. Prophecy Watchers does it. The American Association of Christian Counselors does it. A whole bunch of people actually do this. And I don't know if somebody's trying to make a comment or not. Okay, anyway. A lot of ministries do this, okay? So it's not unethical to do a ministry cruise or anything like that. A lot of people do it. And usually this is how it works. The ministry contracts with the cruise line. Sometimes either they get a discounted rate so that they can do a thing, because the whole idea is to give the cruise business, right? So they might give the people hosting it free. I know, like with the American Association of Christian Counselors, the AACC, which I'm a presidential member of, what they do is they give all of the speakers who speak at that event a free ticket. Okay, so and I know people that have spoken, so they get a free ticket wherever they're going for, and in exchange for, they have to speak at the event on the boat. Ooh, it's such a hardship, right? So, but then where they make the money is they bring in all of these people from their ministries. That's where they make the money. So, if it's done for business purposes, training purposes, and things like that, that's fine. But Perry Stone is billing this as a birthday party for his wife. That is the headline. He's literally he's literally doing that. And then the other thing about this that is just it's just completely blows me away how unethical this is. We live in, Perry will want to he will whine, he'll cry and whine on his YouTube channel. And I actually saw this and he did it over on Facebook a while back. He'll say, y'all, and he actually mentioned about his YouTube. He's like, you know what? I need to get like more subscribers so that I can pay somebody because we're so lacking in money. Yeah, we are. But you can afford to do a cruise, right? For your wife's birthday, which is completely highly unethical and suspicious at the very least, because you won't even open your books and let people see what's going on, right? But he'll go, oh, I need so many more subscribers on my YouTube channel because then when we get enough, we'll be able to hire people to manage it, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, manage what? You have a staff already to manage it. I'm a person of one. I can do my own YouTube. Maybe it's not smackingly, perfect and stuff, but whatever. It is what it is, you know. But to use ministry money to promote his wife's 65th birthday? Where is the outrage about this? This is why I'm bringing it up. Where is the outrage? Because I guarantee you that if some of these dudes, like I can't think of their names, but the ones that look at all the finances and stuff, if they were to look at this, they would go, you know what? They're keeping the quote letter of the law, but they're violating it completely. Because this isn't about ministry. This is about celebrating Pam's 65th birthday. And again, I have to ask, why would anybody want to go on a cruise to celebrate her birthday if they don't know her personally? That's my question. And it's just to hang out with Perry and her, which they probably won't even get to see because he's probably, well, I don't know, because I've never been to any of his stuff, but I don't know. If you know, let me know because I want to know. I do. I totally want to know. All right. I'm not going to make this long. But one of the things I also want to let you guys know is that we now have membership capability here. So I'm going to start putting stuff in a membership. I'm going to do videos, make them member only. And if you want to join that, you can do that. And that actually will support my nonprofit. It's not going into my pocket. It's going into my little nonprofit, which, I do to coach people. So if you want to support that, give a heart, whatever, be one of the first. You'll be one of the first. Yeah. Support the woman. And then the other thing too, I'm going to do is I am going to also, the second tier membership is $15 a month. That was YouTube's pricing, not mine. But I thought if you wanted to join that, I'm going to do a once a month Zoom with those people. And if you have any coaching questions or issues or anything that you want to have me work, answer, I'd be happy to do that. Now, I recorded a video earlier and then my dog interrupted me. And it's a horrible video, so I'm not going to put it up. So I have to re-record another video in my Thinking Like Christ series that we're doing on Colossians 3, verses 1 through 17. If you want to learn to think like Christ, then I really want to encourage you to watch that series because this is the in-depth Bible study on the Word, right? And that's what Christians are supposed to be talking about is God's Word, not Perry Stone's wife's birthday. But the sad part is that Perry Stone's wife's birthday, this video will get more views than the one I'm doing on the Bible study. That's the truth. And it's because, and it should be a rebuke, really. It's because Christians today are not interested in God's word. It's like, oh, what? You're talking about the Bible? No, yo, snooze. You can talk all around the Bible. And actually, some of the top YouTubers do that. They will talk all around it. They might pull a topic. They might discuss something. I know I did this for a long time, but they don't actually do Bible study. They don't actually teach you the scripture in its context. And that's what I'm trying to do here. And the thing with this Colossians study, which I'm going to see if I can actually link it. I don't know how that works in here. I'm still new at this live streaming thing. But I'm going to... The thing with that is that we're learning about Christ and how he thinks, right? We all have the mind of Christ, but the problem is most people don't use it, right? And so in the video that I recorded, and I got to redo it, we're going to talk about not being malicious. And yeah, imagine that, people. Learn to think like Christ, thinking like Christ, not being malicious, right? Yeah. But I'm going to tell you what the Greek means in that, and then we're going to continue that. And that's verse 8. We're still going to be working through that verse for a while. But anyway, I hope you check that out, and I hope you appreciate it. The few, the proud, the Bible readers, the Bible people. Yeah, that's who you are. We're going to do that. And then, like I said, if you want to be one of the first to join the membership, here's the thing. I have no idea. I know these memberships, they're supposedly give you free coupons to get people to join. I haven't gotten any. So I don't know how to, I couldn't even give you a free thing, even if I wanted, because I can't. So anyway, all this is so new, people. Yeah, it is. All right. Well, this has been fun. It's been 16 minutes. I'm going to leave now since I didn't get one comment. And I will talk to you another day. But be warned, Perry Stone, again, using money unethically, promoting his wife's 65th birthday under the guise of ministry, self-aggrandizement, and being completely inappropriate, people. It's so sad.